chapters 36 through 40 of the book of Genesis from the Young's Literal Translation of the Bible. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more info, or to volunteer, visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Mark Penfold. Chapters 36 through 40 of Genesis from the Young's Literal Translation. Chapter 36. And these are births of Esau, who is Edom. Esau hath taken his wives from the daughters of Canaan, Adah, daughter of Elon the Hittite, and Aholibamah, daughter of Anah, daughter of Zibeon the Hivite, and Bashemath, daughter of Ishmael, sister of Nebajoth. And Adah beareth to Esau Eliphaz, and Bashemath hath borne Reuel, and Aholibamah hath borne Jeush, and Jaalam, and Korah. These are sons of Esau, who were born to him in the land of Canaan. And Esau taketh his wives, and his sons, and his daughters, and all the persons of his house, and his cattle, and all his beasts, and all his substance which he hath acquired in the land of Canaan, and goeth into the country from the face of Jacob his brother. For their substance was more abundant than to dwell together, and the land of their sojournings was not able to bear them because of their cattle. And Esau dwelleth in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. And these are births of Esau, father of Edom, in Mount Seir. These are the names of the sons of Esau: Eliphaz, son of Adah, wife of Esau; Reuel, son of Bashemath, wife of Esau. And the sons of Eliphaz are Teman, Omar, Zepho, and Gatam, and Kenaz. And Timnath hath been concubine to Eliphaz, son of Esau, and she beareth to Eliphaz Amalek. These are sons of Adah, wife of Esau. And these are sons of Reuel: Nahath, and Zerah, Shammah, and Mizah. These were sons of Bashemath, wife of Esau. And these have been the sons of Aholibamah, daughter of Anah, daughter of Zibeon, wife of Esau. And she beareth to Esau Jeush, and Jaalam, and Korah. These are chiefs of the sons of Esau, sons of Eliphaz, firstborn of Esau: chief Teman, chief Omar, chief Zepho, chief Kenaz, chief Korah, chief Gatam, chief Amalek. These are chiefs of Eliphaz in the land of Edom. These are sons of Adah. And these are sons of Reuel, son of Esau: chief Nahath, chief Zerah, chief Shammah, chief Mizah. These are chiefs of Reuel in the land of Edom. These are sons of Bashemath, wife of Esau. And these are sons of Aholibamah, wife of Esau: chief Jeush, chief Jaalam, chief Korah. These are chiefs of Aholibamah, daughter of Anah, wife of Esau. These are sons of Esau, who is Edom, and these their chiefs. These are sons of Seir the Horite, the inhabitants of the land: Lotan, and Shobal, and Zibeon, and Anah, and Dishon, and Ezer, and Dishan. These are chiefs of the Horites, sons of Seir, in the land of Edom. And the sons of Lotan are Horai, and Heman. And a sister of Lotan is Timnah. And these are sons of Shobal: Alvan, and Manahath, and Ebal, Shepho, and Onam. And these are sons of Zibeon, both Ajah and Anah. It is Anah that hath found the Emim in the wilderness, in his feeding the asses of Zibeon his father. And these are sons of Anah: Dishon, and Aholibamah, daughter of Anah. And these are sons of Dishon: Hemdan, and Eshban, and Ithran, and Keran. These are sons of Ezer: Bilhan, and Zaavan, and Achan. These are sons of Dishan: Uz, and Aran. These are chiefs of the Horite: chief Lotan, chief Shobal, chief Zibeon, chief Anah, chief Dishon, chief Ezer, chief Dishan. These are chiefs of the Horite in reference to their chiefs in the land of Seir. And these are the kings who have reigned in the land of Edom before the reigning of a king over the sons of Israel. And Bela, son of Beor, reigneth in Edom, and the name of his city is Dinhabah. And Bela dieth, and reign in his stead doth Jobab, son of Zerah from Bozrah. And Jobab dieth, and reign in his stead doth Husham from the land of the Temanite. And Husham dieth, and reign in his stead doth Hadad, son of Bedad, who smiteth Midian in the field of Moab. And the name of his city is Avith. And Hadad dieth, and reign in his stead doth Samlah of Masrekah. And Samlah dieth, and reign in his stead doth Saul from Rehoboth of the river. And Saul dieth, and reign in his stead doth Baal-Hanan, son of Achbor. And Baal-Hanan, son of Achbor, dieth, and reign in his stead doth Hadar, and the name of his city is Pau. And his wife's name is Mehetab-el, daughter of Matred, daughter of Me-Zahab. And these are the names of the chiefs of Esau, according to their families, according to their places by their names: Chief Timnah, Chief Alvah, Chief Jetheth, Chief Ahalibamah, Chief Elah, Chief Pinon, Chief Kenaz, Chief Teman, Chief Mibzar, Chief Magdiel, Chief Iram. These are chiefs of Edom, in reference to their dwellings, in the land of their possession. He is Esau, father of Edom. Chapter 37. And Jacob dwelleth in the land of his father's sojournings, in the land of Canaan. These are births of Jacob. Joseph, a son of 17 years, hath been enjoying himself with his brethren among the flock, and he is a youth, with the sons of Bilhah, and with the sons of Zilpah his father's wives. And Joseph bringeth in an account of their evil unto their father. And Israel hath loved Joseph more than any of his sons, for he is a son of his old age, and hath made for him a long coat. And his brethren see that their father hath loved him more than any of his brethren, and they hate him, and have not been able to speak to him peaceably. And Joseph dreameth a dream, and declareth to his brethren, and they add still more to hate him. And he saith unto them, Hear ye, I pray you, this dream which I have dreamed, that, lo, we are binding bundles in the midst of the field, and lo, my bundle hath arisen, and hath also stood up, and lo, your bundles are round about, and bow themselves to my bundle. And his brethren say to him, Dost thou certainly reign over us? Dost thou certainly rule over us? And they add still more to hate him for his dreams and for his words. And he dreameth yet another dream, and recounteth it to his brethren, and saith, Lo, I have dreamed a dream again, and lo, the sun and the moon and 11 stars are bowing themselves to me. And he recounteth unto his father and unto his brethren. And his father pusheth against him, and saith to him, What is this dream which thou hast dreamt? Do we certainly come, I and thy mother and thy brethren, to bow ourselves to thee to the earth? And his brethren are zealous against him, and his father hath watched the matter. And his brethren go to feed the flock of their father in Shechem. And Israel saith unto Joseph, Are not thy brethren feeding in Shechem? Come, and I send thee unto them. And he saith to him, Here am I. And he saith to him, Go, I pray thee, see the peace of thy brethren, and the peace of the flock, and bring me back word. And he sendeth him from the valley of Hebron, and he cometh to Shechem. And a man findeth him, and lo, he is wandering in the field. And the man asketh him, saying, What seekest thou? And he saith, My brethren I am seeking. Declare to me, I pray thee, where they are feeding. And the man saith, They have journeyed from this, for I have heard some saying, Let us go to Dothan. And Joseph goeth after his brethren, and findeth them in Dothan. And they see him from afar, even before he draweth near unto them, and they conspire against him to put him to death. And they say one unto another, Lo, this man of the dreams cometh. And now come, and we slay him, and cast him into one of the pits, and have said, An evil beast hath devoured him, and we see what his dreams are. And Reuben heareth, and delivereth him out of their hand, and saith, Let us not smite the life. And Reuben saith unto them, Shed no blood, cast him into this pit which is in the wilderness, and put not forth a hand upon him, in order to deliver him out of their hand, to bring him back unto his father. And it cometh to pass, when Joseph hath come unto his brethren, that they strip Joseph of his coat, the long coat which is upon him, and take him and cast him into the pit. And the pit is empty, there is no water in it. And they sit down to eat bread, and they lift up their eyes, and look, and lo, a company of Ishmaelites coming from Gilead, and their camels bearing spices, and balm, and myrrh, going to take them down to Egypt. And Judah saith unto his brethren, What gain when we slay our brother, and have concealed his blood? Come, and we sell him to the Ishmaelites, and our hands are not on him, for he is our brother, our flesh. And his brethren hearken. And Midianite merchantmen pass by, and they draw out and bring up Joseph out of the pit, and sell Joseph to the Ishmaelites for 20 silverlings, and they bring Joseph into Egypt. And Reuben returneth unto the pit, and lo, Joseph is not in the pit, and he rendeth his garments. And he returneth unto his brethren, and saith, The lad is not, and I, whither am I going? And they take the coat of Joseph, and slaughter a kid of the goats, and dip the coat in the blood, and send the long coat. And they bring it in unto their father, and say, This we have found. Discern, we pray thee, whether it is thy son's coat or not. And he discerneth it, and saith, My son's coat! An evil beast hath devoured him. Torn is Joseph. And Jacob rendeth his raiment, and putteth sackcloth on his loins, and becometh a mourner for his son many days. And all his sons and all his daughters rise to comfort him, and he refuseth to comfort himself, and saith, For I go down mourning unto my son to Sheol. And his father weepeth for him. And the Midianites have sold him unto Egypt, to Potiphar, a eunuch of Pharaoh, head of the executioners. Chapter 38. And it cometh to pass at that time, that Judah goeth down from his brethren, and turneth aside unto a man, an Adullamite, whose name is Hira. And Judah seeth there the daughter of a man, a Canaanite, whose name is Shua, and taketh her, and goeth in unto her. And she conceiveth, and beareth a son, and he calleth his name And she conceiveth again, and beareth a son, and calleth his name Onan. And she addeth again, and beareth a son, and calleth his name Shelah. And he was in Chezib in her bearing him. And Judah taketh a wife for his firstborn, and her name is Tamar. And Judah's firstborn, is evil in the eyes of Jehovah, and Jehovah doth put him to death. And Judah saith to Onan, Go in unto the wife of thy brother, and marry her, and raise up seed to thy brother. And Onan knoweth that the seed is not reckoned his. And it hath come to pass, if he hath gone in unto his brother's wife, that he hath destroyed it to the earth, so as not to give seed to his brother. And that which he hath done is evil in the eyes of Jehovah, and he putteth him also to death. And Judah saith to Tamar his daughter-in-law, Abide a widow at thy father's house, till Shelah my son groweth up. For he said, Lest he die, even he like his brethren. And Tamar goeth and dwelleth at her father's house. And the days are multiplied, and the daughter of Shua, Judah's wife, dieth. And Judah is comforted, and goeth up unto his sheep-shearers, he and Hira his friend the Adullamite, to Timnath. And it is declared to Tamar, saying, Lo, thy husband's father is going up to Timnath to shear his flock. And she turneth aside the garments of her widowhood from off her, and covereth herself with a veil, and wrappeth herself up, and sitteth in the opening of Enaim, which is by the way to Timnath. For she hath seen that Shelah hath grown up, and she hath not been given to him for a wife. And Judah seeth her, and reckoneth her for a harlot, for she hath covered her face. And he turneth aside unto her by the way, and saith, Come, I pray thee, let me come in unto thee. For he hath not known that she is his daughter-in-law. And she saith, What dost thou give to me, that thou mayest come in unto me? And he saith, I send a kid of the goats from the flock. And she saith, Dost thou give a pledge till thou send it? And he saith, What is the pledge that I give to thee? And she saith, Thy seal, and thy ribbon, and thy staff which is in thy hand. And he giveth to her, and goeth in unto her, and she conceiveth to him. And she riseth and goeth, and turneth aside her veil from off her, and putteth on the garments of her widowhood. And Judah sendeth the kid of the goats by the hand of his friend the Adullamite, to receive the pledge from the hand of the woman, and he hath not found her. And he asketh the men of her place, saying, Where is the separated one, she in Enaim by the way? And they say, There hath not been in this place a separated one. And he turneth back unto Judah, and saith, I have not found her. And the men of the place also have said, There hath not been in this place a separated one. And Judah saith, Let her take to herself, lest we become despised. Lo, I sent this kid, and thou hast not found her. And it cometh to pass about 3 months after, that it is declared to Judah, saying, Tamar thy daughter-in-law hath committed fornication. And also, lo, she hath conceived by fornication. And Judah saith, Bring her out, and she is burnt. She is brought out, and she hath sent unto her husband's father, saying, To a man whose these are, I am pregnant. And she saith, Discern, I pray thee, whose are these, the seal, and the ribands, and the staff? And Judah discerneth, and saith, She hath been more righteous than I, because that I did not give her to Shelah my son. And he hath not added to know her again. And it cometh to pass in the time of her bearing, that, lo, twins are in her womb. And it cometh to pass in her bearing, that one giveth out a hand, and the midwife taketh and bindeth on his hand a scarlet thread, saying, This hath come out first. And it cometh to pass, as he draweth back his hand, that, lo, his brother hath come out. And she saith, What? Thou hast broken forth. On thee is the breach. And he calleth his name Pharez. And afterwards hath his brother come out, on whose hand is the scarlet thread, and he calleth his name Zara. Chapter 39. And Joseph hath been brought down to Egypt, and Potiphar, a eunuch of Pharaoh, head of the executioners, an Egyptian man, buyeth him out of the hands of the Ishmaelites who have brought him thither. And Jehovah is with Joseph, and he is a prosperous man, and he is in the house of his lord the Egyptian. And his lord seeth that Jehovah is with him, and all that he is doing Jehovah is causing to prosper in his hand. And Joseph findeth grace in his eyes, and serveth him, and he appointeth him over his house, and all that he hath given into his hand. And it cometh to pass from the time that he hath appointed him over his house, and over all that he hath, that Jehovah blesseth the house of the Egyptian for Joseph's sake. And the blessing of Jehovah is on all that he hath, in the house and in the field. And he leaveth all that he hath in the hand of Joseph. And he hath not known anything that he hath, except the bread which he is eating. And Joseph is of a fair form, and of a fair appearance. And it cometh to pass after these things, that his lord's wife lifteth up her eyes unto Joseph, and saith, Lie with me. And he refuseth, and saith unto his lord's wife, Lo, my lord hath not known what is with me in the house, and all that he hath given into my hand. None is greater in this house than I, and he hath not withheld from me anything, except thee, because thou art his wife. And how shall I do this great evil? Then have I sinned against God. And it cometh to pass at her speaking unto Joseph day by day, that he hath not hearkened unto her, to lie near her, to be with her. And it cometh to pass about this day, that he goeth into the house to do his work, and there is none of the men of the house there in the house. And she catcheth him by his garment, saying, Lie with me. And he leaveth his garment in her hand, and fleeth, and goeth without. And it cometh to pass, when she seeth that he hath left his garment in her hand, and fleeth without, that she calleth for the men of her house, and speaketh to them, saying, See, he hath brought into us a man, a Hebrew, to play with us. He hath come in unto me, to lie with me, and I call with a loud voice. And it cometh to pass, when he heareth that I have lifted up my voice and call, that he leaveth his garment near me, and fleeth, and goeth without. And she placeth his garment near her, until the coming in of his lord unto his house. And she speaketh unto him according to these words, saying, The Hebrew servant whom thou hast brought unto us hath come in unto me to play with me. And it cometh to pass, when I lift my voice and call, that he leaveth his garment near me, and fleeth without. And it cometh to pass, when his lord heareth the words of his wife, which she hath spoken unto him, saying, According to these things hath thy servant done to me, that his anger burneth, and Joseph's lord taketh him, and putteth him unto the round house, a place where the king's prisoners are bound, and he is there in the round house. And Jehovah is with Joseph, and stretcheth out kindness unto him, and putteth his grace in the eyes of the chief of the round house. And the chief of the round house giveth into the hand of Joseph all the prisoners who are in the round house, and of all that they are doing there he hath been doer. The chief of the round house seeth not anything under his hand, because Jehovah is with him, and that which he is doing Jehovah is causing to prosper. Chapter 40. And it cometh to pass, after these things, the butler of the king of Egypt and the baker have sinned against their lord, against the king of Egypt. And Pharaoh is wroth against his two eunuchs, against the chief of the butlers, and against the chief of the bakers, and giveth them in charge in the house of the chief of the executioners, unto the round house, the place where Joseph is a prisoner. And the chief of the executioners chargeth Joseph with them, and he serveth them, and they are days in charge. And they dream a dream, both of them, each his dream in one night, each according to the interpretation of his dream, the butler and the baker whom the king of Egypt hath, who are prisoners in the round house. And Joseph cometh in unto them in the morning, and seeth them, and lo, they are morose. And he asketh Pharaoh's eunuchs who are with him in charge in the house of his lord, saying, Wherefore are your faces sad today? And they say unto him, A dream we have dreamed, and there is no interpreter of it. And Joseph saith unto them, Are not interpretations with God? Recount, I pray you, to me. And the chief of the butlers recounteth his dream to Joseph, and saith to him, In my dream, then, lo, a vine is before me, and in the vine are 3 branches, and it is as it were flourishing. Gone up hath its blossom, its clusters have ripened grapes. And Pharaoh's cup is in my hand, and I take the grapes and press them into the cup of Pharaoh, and I give the cup into the hand of Pharaoh. And Joseph saith to him, This is its interpretation. The 3 branches are 3 days, yet within 3 days doth Pharaoh lift up thy head, and hath put thee back on thy station. And thou hast given the cup of Pharaoh into his hand, according to the former custom when thou wast his butler. Surely if thou hast remembered me with thee, when it is well with thee, and hast done, I pray thee, kindness with me, and hast made mention of me unto Pharaoh, then hast thou brought me out from this house. For I was really stolen from the land of the Hebrews, and here also have I done nothing that they have put me in the pit. And the chief of the bakers seeth that he hath interpreted good, and he saith unto Joseph, I also am in a dream, and lo, 3 baskets of white bread are on my head, and in the uppermost basket are of all kinds of Pharaoh's food, work of a baker, and the birds are eating them out of the basket from off my head. And Joseph answereth and saith, This is its interpretation. The 3 baskets are 3 days, yet within 3 days doth Pharaoh lift up thy head from off thee, and hath hanged thee on a tree, and the birds have eaten thy flesh from off thee. And it cometh to pass on the 3rd day, Pharaoh's birthday, that he maketh a banquet to all his servants, and lifteth up the head of the chief of the butlers, and the head of the chief of the bakers among his servants. And he putteth back the chief of the butlers to his butlership, and he giveth the cup into the hand of Pharaoh. And the chief of the bakers he hath hanged, as Joseph hath interpreted to them. And the chief of the butlers hath not remembered Joseph, but forgetteth him. The end of chapters 36 through 40 of the book of Genesis, from the Young's Literal Translation of the Bible. Recording by Mark Penfold.